What's up, builders? In this video, I'm going to walk you through how to price a basic interior wall section from takeoff all the way to a unit cost that you can apply for the whole project. We'll take one wall section, 20 foot long by 10 foot high. So that's our quantity takeoff. So from this point, we're going to build an actual material and labor cost. So that's a quantity takeoff on one wall section. So we know the length of this wall, the height of this wall, we can get the square footage. Now it's time to build a real material list of everything that goes in the wall and a labor cost to assemble it. So the first step is always quantifying. That's generally what takes a big bulk of your time. Now this wall is a 20 foot long wall by 10 foot tall. So the wall area is 20 by 10, it's 200 square feet. Now let's break that into components. So what goes into this wall? First step is always the metal studs. And we're talking about commercial here. So if it's residential, it'll be wood studs. And looking at our detail, it tells us that the metal studs are 16 inches on center. So with that, we're going to take our 20 foot and divide it by 1.34 feet, which is roughly 15. So that's going to be 15 studs. Now you always want to add one at the end, so we're going to carry 16 studs. All right, so we quantified the vertical studs that are spaced 16 inches on center. Next, we want to take the top and the bottom track that kind of hold it together. So we've got a top and bottom track, each 20 foot long by 2 times 2 is 40 foot of linear track. That's our quantity for that. Next, we want to take both sides of the drywall. So back to our 200 square feet, we're going to say 200 times 2, and that's 400 square feet of gypsum wallboard. Now, looking at our details, we can see this happens to be an insulated wall, meaning that it's got batt insulation. So we're going to take that same quantity for the square footage surface of the wall and now apply that to the batt insulation. So 200 square feet of insulation. Okay, so now we got to think about things like our screws and anchors plus the waste. We typically carry a small percentage or a per square foot allowance for this. Now this is generally where you may need a spreadsheet or sheet of paper or something to calculate with. And if your estimating software does it, great. So we're going to convert the quantities into material costs. And this is where accuracy matters. Bad assumptions here can kill your estimate. So let's run through the numbers. All right, we've got for studs, 16 studs, and those are going to be priced at $8. By the way, don't use any of the costs in this video to quantify or estimate any project that you're doing. These are just placeholder numbers that I'm using. You'd want to go out, pick up the phone, get the material costs for yourself, or you could use a program like RS Means or a database that gives you a good idea. All right, so 16 studs times 8, that's $128. And our track is going to be at $2 a linear foot, so times 40, 2 times 40 is 80. So that's $80 for the track. Then we've got our drywall or gypsum board. We had 400 square feet. We're going to price that out at 50 cents a square foot. That's going to give us $200. Then we have our insulation. Again, 200 square feet. We're going to price that at 80 cents per square foot. So that's $160. And for miscellaneous screws and stuff like that, let's just call it $50. So this puts our total to $618 for that wall section. So we take the $618, we want to divide that by the square footage we're applying it to. Then we would get what's called a unit cost, but this is for material only. So our unit cost for material only is $3.09 per square foot. Again, only for material. We still need to find some guys that are going to assemble this thing and figure out how much that's going to cost. So let's talk about the labor. And this is where a lot of estimators struggle, especially if you're new. Drywall and framing is a production-based thing. So we need two things. First, a crew composition and a production rate. And that may look like this. 1 foreman, 2 framers, and 2 sheetrock hangers. So let's assign loaded labor rates. I've done a little research here, and we're going to say that a foreman is going to be at a rate of $50 an hour. You're going to pay a foreman $50 an hour. Then he's going to have 2 framers. These are the guys that are assembling the top and bottom tracks and the studs. They're going to be at a rate of $35 an hour. We're going to use 2 of them, so that's $70 per hour for the framers. Next, you have the hangers. Their labor rate is going to be, let's say, $30 an hour. So 2 hangers, $60 per hour for hanging. Put all that together, your total cost for your crew is now $180 per hour. Okay, now we have to talk about how fast they can assemble this wall. So for the light gauge framing that we're looking at and the drywall, a reasonable assumption is 200 square feet of wall is going to take 6 to 8 hours total for framing and hanging. So let's carry 8 hours just to be safe. All right, so now we put all that together to figure out our labor costs. 8 hours times 180 per hour equals $1,440. That's for labor. So that's your total cost for the labor. If you divide that by 200 square feet, you come out with a unit cost for labor of $7.20 per square foot, labor only. Now we're going to combine the material and the labor together. So we had our material at $3.09 a square foot, and our labor is going to be $7.20 a square foot. You have to make sure that the units that you're using match up. You want to do apples to apples. So don't combine something that's measured in linear feet with something that's measured in square feet. You're going to convert to use the same units just like we used to do in math class. So our grand total for the unit cost is $10.29 per square foot of wall. This is your baseline production cost. From there, you want to add on things like overhead, profit, and general conditions if needed. So now that we've built a reliable unit cost, we can scale this. Now I'm going to use Takeoff Boost here and run a full takeoff from the architectural sheet that we're looking at. And once we have a total square footage, we're going to simply put in our unit costs and price all the walls consistently. So the key takeaway here, don't guess your wall cost. Build it from quantities, real material pricing, and realistic labor production. This is how you take your estimating skills from entry level to junior level to that more experienced and senior level estimator. So I hope this helped you out. And by the way, I've been using On-Screen Takeoff by Construct Connect. Call them up for a demo of this product and see if it's something that'll work for you.